level remains low. This strain of hantavirus, which shows up as a respiratory infection, appears to spread through close and prolonged contact. And it seems that people are infectious for a rather brief period of time. So authorities are saying this is not the start of the next pandemic, but it is a disease that should be taken seriously, and epidemiologists want to make sure it doesn't spread.
Okay, so how are they trying to keep this outbreak under control?
The primary tool they're using is something called contact tracing, which essentially means locating the close contacts of anyone who could have been exposed to the virus. Preeti Malani is an infectious disease physician at the University of Michigan.
By identifying people who are at risk of infection, you try to get ahead when people don't have symptoms yet, with the goal of preventing the infection from continuing to propagate.
So, I remember this from the early days of COVID.
That's exactly right. This is a time-tested approach for containing infectious disease. The process starts by identifying someone with an infection or a suspected infection of, in this case, hantavirus. Then experts look to see who they've recently had close contact with, since those people are more likely to have been infected. And that risk assessment is important, says Baguma Titanji, an infectious diseases doctor at Emory University.
Otherwise, it becomes an impossible web to contain because everyone is connected to everyone.
The next step, A, involves taking precautions for those who are infected or who may be infected but aren't showing symptoms yet.
Okay, precautions. What are we talking about?
Well, potentially placing them in quarantine so they don't accidentally come into contact with even more people who may then become exposed and infected. The tricky thing here is the incubation period for this hantavirus can last up to several weeks.
Several weeks. Yikes. I mean, that's a long time to wait things out. So it sounds like it's pretty painstaking work.
It absolutely is, because you have to reconstruct all the interactions someone has had over days or weeks. Titanji offered this hypothetical example from on board the cruise ship.
So you might have an individual who is a source of an infection, and then they were sitting at a dinner table with one individual who then goes back to their cabin and shares a bed with their partner, who has a conversation with someone else on the deck.
In other words, that initial source can easily connect with many more people. Public health officials believe this approach will reduce further spread, and yesterday the World Health Organization insisted this effort could break the chain of transmission, thereby preventing a large epidemic.
All right, that's Science Reporter Ari Daniel. Ari, thanks.
Thank you, A.
Final preparations are underway in Moscow.
Grand morning. It's Friday morning, and it's starting to rain. I want it to rain, but right now it's just sprinkling. We need a real good long rain like we had last time. A real good slow long rain. That's what I need. That's what my microfood forest needs. That's what my fruit tree orchard within my microfood forest needs. That's what my large aquaponic systems that's within my microforest micro food forest needs. I need to get that sump, 300-gallon sump filled up with rainwater. So it's raining, but it needs to rain harder. But I want to get my little errands done this morning before the rain comes down. So I'm running my morning errands, as you can see, and I'm listening to talk radio as always. So I'm listening to that and everything, so I'm doing that and getting my errands done. As you can see with talk radio, they're talking about the Hantavirus. I hope I'm saying that right, Hantavirus or Hantavirus, on this very, very expensive cruise ship. 3 folks have passed away, and there's some other folks who are sick. Now they have allowed the folks to disembark and leave that cruise ship. And now they're, I guess they're going to try to, sending out teams to try to check up on these folks and see if they are contaminated or if the contamination has started within these folks. And you have to realize hantavirus is not a new strain of disease. It's been known for many years. It's been known, and there's really no treatment for it, they're saying, but get you on oxygen and so forth and hope you survive it. So that's what we are dealing with in the world. You know, it's not a new disease. It's nothing new, but it's very rare. So, and what the way hantavirus is spread and infects humans the most is on large ships, because on a ship you have a lot of people who are in a very small space on a ship, and they can spread a whole lot easier on a ship. While I was in the Navy, we always put up what they called rat guards on the mooring lines. We put up rat guards on the mooring lines because rodents are a very good parasite and transfer of the hantavirus. Rodents are. So that's how you keep the rodents off these ships, so that hantavirus will not happen. But I'm going to go ahead and finish my errands this morning, getting that done, and I'm hoping that the rain starts, and I'm hoping that it gets nice and heavy and lasts a long time for my micro food boards. I hope you guys are having a good Friday out here. I hope you're drinking your tea, finding your chi. I hope you're grounding. I hope you're detoxing. I hope you're manifesting. I hope you are growing food the way you want to grow food, the way you want to do it. And y'all have a nice Friday morning, and the journey continues. And remember, ain't nobody coming to save us. We gotta save ourselves, y'all. Y'all have a nice Friday morning. Regenerative Life Wayne coming to y'all.